What's up, everybody? This is Tim from Arm Wrestling Secrets, and today I wanted to talk about why I don't pump myself up before matches. Okay, now everyone knows what I'm talking about. It's a strength sport. We're gonna be arm wrestling soon. Your name gets called. It's easy to try to get the adrenaline flowing because that feels like the right thing to do, and you need to rev yourself up and get ready for the match. And you're going to see a lot of opponents and people at the arm wrestling contest that go into that mode when they get called. They start getting really, pumped up, and they do whatever. They slap themselves, or they clap their hands, or they yell and scream. They smash the table. They do whatever they need to do to kind of get pumped up. But you're going to see that, not like in the movie Over the Top where they drink oil and slap each other silly, but you're going to see people go through a process of kind of getting pumped up, similar to what you might see at a weightlifting competition, to where you have Olympics, or you have athletes like Olympic lifts and things like that. They're going to need as much adrenaline as they can get before they do the lift, but everyone approaches the bar differently, okay? And you're going to see different tactics, and this is what I wanted to talk about in reference to myself, and perhaps in reference to you. Is why I don't pump myself up for matches. Okay, now I want adrenaline too. I want to be pumped up too. Okay, I want to have as much strength as possible at the table. Now look at it this way. Okay, the person that is pumping themselves up. Okay, now they're pumping themselves up to get the most out of their body. Okay, let's at least make that assumption. Okay, assuming they kind of know what they're doing, they're pumping themselves up to get the most out of their body. They're going to put as much force into the move as they can. Where is their brain focused when they're pumping themselves up? Really, it's focused on brute force. Now they said that they could have chosen a great technique already. Okay, and now they're going to do brute force with that technique, and I understand that, okay? But the idea that I wanted to get across was that I tried to remain focused and calm, and I tried to always consider what this person is going to do. If I know them or I know their arm wrestling technique, I'm considering very deeply how I want the match to go, very strategically. And I have an arsenal of movements that I'm considering what is going to work best against this opponent, given their speed, given their strength, given their technique. Okay, now I can't do that if I'm clapping my hands and I'm pumping myself up, okay? But that's what I am doing in the silence. I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing up there because I'm thinking I just found out who my opponent was. Usually, okay, if it's like tournament style, you might not know who your opponent is until just a minute before, let's say, or whatever, right? I take my time, and if I've seen the person and I know who they are, all the better, okay? And if I haven't, I'm still going to take my time. I've probably, unless it's the very first match of the tournament, okay, then I've probably at least seen them once, certainly. And I have some idea of what they're going to do. But what I'm saying is, while I'm going up there, I'm considering the movements that I'm going to be doing on the table, exactly what I'm going to do. If I'm going to slip, if I'm going to low hand top roll, if I'm going to hook, if I'm going to high hand top roll, if I'm going to posting top roll, right? If I'm going to press the person. Those are a lot of considerations that go into the match, but that's what my mind is dismantling the opponent from the instant I get called, and I'm thinking about, how am I going to beat this person's hand, wrist, and forearm? I don't care about the rest of their body, really. Like when I'm going up to a table, I'm not considering all the mass from the shoulder, past the shoulder, really. I mean, I'm not too concerned. I need to be able to control the forearm and the hand and manipulate the hand, wrist, fingers, some weak point in that chain. And that's where my mind is when I'm going up there to arm wrestle. So that's the reason I don't pump myself up. And I just want you to kind of think about that for a second. When you're getting all pumped up, well, I hope you've chosen your technique carefully against the person that is across from you, because I will tell you at a higher level, you'll get people that are considering deeply what you're going to do, okay, and you should be fairly mysterious to your opponent and have a host of moves that you can do, but that's what no matter what your arsenal of moves is, I want you to be considering what you're doing when you're going up there. So that's the reason I don't get myself pumped up. It gets me into the fog of thinking about applying brute force, and over the years I've found it to be a lot more constructive to actually think, what's the path of least resistance with this opponent, and then trying to do that using my brains, and that works a lot better. So I hope that works for you guys, and I hope you give that some thought, and I'm going to see you in the next one.